All right, bring it down slow to the center. Easy now. Okay, that's good. Hit the horn when you're clear.
The logistics loop is now closed. The iron ore remains behind as stationary feedstock.
The chapter opens with a controlled, elevated tracking shot overlooking the secondary crushing feed system, where the input is
cities. The correctly sized iron ore fraction exits the final screen deck, transformed from blasted rock into a precisely graded.
The slurry density is consistent at 1.8.
Good. Let's proceed to the magnetic separation stage.
Tension follows the non-magnetic tailing stream as it exits the separator and flows into a separate channel, where the input is diluted slurry.
The camera returns to the magnetic concentrate stream as it enters a thickener tank, viewed from above.
The chapter opens inside the pelletizing preparation hall, following high-purity iron concentrate as it is discharged in
The camera tightens into a slow, circular follow shot along the rim of the pelletizer, where the input is partially formed.
Here we see natural size classification driven by rotational dynamics, allowing only pellets of sufficient mass.
fixed overhead shot captures a green pellet screening unit in operation, where the input is newly formed pellets delivered evenly across the screen deck.
The chapter closes with a forward-moving conveyor-level shot following correctly sized green pellets as they advance toward the induration area.
The camera advances into the preheating zone from a low side angle, where the input is green pellets progressing on the grate under.
The input is iron ore pellets delivered by the skip into the receiving hopper of a bell-less top system. The camera remains fixed above the furnace throat as successive layers are formed, where the input is freshly charged pellets settling atop previously charged material. Pellets irreversibly committed to the iron-making process, disappearing into the furnace interior where reduction, melting, and transformation will occur.
Slow it down, bring it left. Okay, locking sequence initiated. Clear the area.
Temperature stabilized at 1,650 Celsius.
Confirmed. All parameters met. Ready for tapping.
Ladle alignment complete. Confirmed. Ready for casting.
The camera tracks the emerging strand as it exits the mold into the secondary cooling zone. The input is a partially
The camera holds a steady mid-range shot deeper within the furnace soaking zone, where the input is nearly reheated billets approaching target rolling temperature.
The chapter concludes with a smooth, conveyor-parallel tracking shot, following reheated billets as they roll rapidly toward the rolling mill entry guides.
The camera follows the finished rod immediately after the final rolling stand, as it passes through an integrated water box, where the
The camera focuses on the mid-zone of the cooling line from a slightly elevated diagonal angle, where the end is partially
The microstructure confirms the controlled cooling.
Yes, the Pellet spacing matches the standard perfectly.
The chapter opens in the finished goods handling zone, following an approved wire rod coil as it is transferred into the bundling.